Hi and welcome to the Waters and Acland YouTube channel. This is the first of a series of videos that we're going to make over the coming months. We haven't done much on YouTube over the years, but we think it's about time to start. So we'll start with a little video here of our master craftsman Tim Smith. What he's doing is he's making a breadboard end for a commission of ours. So it's a short breadboard end which has got a kind of flick shape to it. So what you can see here is he's just starting to rough shape the top of the flick. You can see that he's using this really cool tool that we've got here in the furniture school. It's a plane which has got a convex bottom. It's actually a plane that's got a removable sole. And we've got a series of blades and a series of soles for doing different curves. It's a really great tool that we've used for this kind of these flick breadboards ends many times. And here's a little speeded up clip of us setting the plane up. The really hard thing about making these videos, these kind of more how-to videos in the furniture school, is capturing all the processes along the way. And I've missed a few processes in this particular creation of the breadboard end, but hopefully you'll still gain something from the video and see what's going on. The bit I've missed was the cutting of the domino joinery, or the tenon joinery at the end of the main body of the top and into the breadboard end. But what you can see there is what Tim's doing is boring a hole through the breadboard end and into those tenons, which you'll see in a second. We use the domino jointer to do this. There's other traditional methods, but the domino jointer does a great job. And what you can see is that you've got 3 normal dominoes, which will be at the front of the main top. They'll be fixed and just glued normally. Then we've got 2 larger shop-made dominoes, and these are made of oak, in the middle and at the back of the joint. And the holes that Tim's made in those 2 tenons, they'll be extended left and right, so when the joint is pegged, it will allow the main body of the top to move, to expand and contract. And it's this element of a breadboard end's joinery that you really need to understand, that either the front or the middle in some cases of the joint, so a tenon or a loose tenon or domino in this case, can be fixed with glue. The other tenons, which have the expanded hole for the peg to go into, aren't glued, and they do allow the wood to expand and contract. And as I said before, I haven't captured every element of the making of this breadboard end, but I have captured some, and those I'll describe in this video. So the breadboard ends have now been glued onto the main body of the top, the joinery inside we've just looked at, and now what Tim's doing is shaping the bottom of that flick, the bottom curve. And as you can see, what he's using is routers to get rid of the main bulk of the timber. He's using a V cutter to start with, and now he's just going to a straight cutter to form some steps which are getting him ever closer to the line that you can see if you look closely. He's doing that with a router to start with, and then he'll move on, as you can see here, moving on to using a hand plane to finesse that shape, to bring it right down to the line and form a really beautiful curve. In many ways, this is a great example of what we do here at the furniture school. It's this combination of machines, of power tools, of woodwork machinery, in combination with a high level of hand skill that really get us to the kind of fine results that you see in our commission work and from our students. So the shaping continues, and Tim's still using a hand plane here. He doesn't need the convex bottom plane that he was using for the upper side of the flick. Just a normal, looks like a jack plane that he's using to bring it as close as he possibly can to that line. And when he's finished with the plane, he'll move on to abrasive. He'll work his way through the grits by hand, doing some across the grain, but always finishing with the grain. And then when he's happy with the shape, he's happy with the hand sanding, he'll then probably move on to the random orbit sander just for a final finish sand. He'll do that all over the top. He'll then work on the edge of the top and the edge of the breadboard end. And when he's totally happy with that surface finish, he'll deal with the edge, whether it's a soften, I think in this case it's a small chamfer all the way around, and then it's time to oil. So I really hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm sorry it wasn't a little bit more in depth. I didn't capture every part of the process that I wanted to. But I hope you take something out of it, enjoyed the video, and make sure you subscribe, make sure you like this video, and I'll make some more. Thanks for tuning in.